Dimash himself is classically trained, and even the Astana Opera once hoped to welcome him into their fold, so his operatic skills needn't be questioned. However, standing beside the man who inspired him to become a singer, Dimash also holds his own. For a performance of this Georges Bizet number from Les Pêcheurs de Perles. Needless to say, Maestro Domingo is incomparable, the Pearl Fishers duet. Dimash realized a childhood dream when he took the stage alongside his longtime idol, Placido Domingo. The lyrical dialogue has drama, depth, and conviction, yet it is as effortless as it gets. Each moment commands attention and leaves us in awe. The true charm of the performance lies in how the two icons bring out the tale of Nadir and Zurga's unwavering friendship. The protagonist of Stranger goes from tentative to self-assured and dauntless, but we don't need the lyrics to know that.
I'm wearing my heart in ancient times, I wonder.
The song opens with the Kazakh folk instrument, kobez, which instantly evokes a sense of mysticism and adventure. By the time the vocals come in, we're already immersed. Stranger. This English track, another Dimash and Igor Krutoy collaboration, is unlike anything the duo has made before. Dimash's voice makes it clear. The master stroke is how he seemingly blends folk and classical vocals. This man is a genius. His technique is flawless, whistle tones and all, but more importantly, it sounds like we're listening to a whole band of singers when it's just one man with infinite range. The constant vocal shifts serve the song narratively too. Love is like a dream. Dimash has a way of putting his audience in a trance with his music. The gentle, breathy tone he maintains through most of the performance conveys tenderness and fragility. This was exactly the effect he had when he performed Russian songbird Alla Pugachova's Joined by none other than composer Igor Krutoy on the piano, Dimash pours his soul into his tribute for Allah, Love is Like a Dream, during a concert in Moscow. Dimash concludes with a cathartic belt, and you can finally let go of the breath you didn't even know you were holding. Through his voice alone, he conjures the image of eternal love. His chest voice comes in while expressing overwhelming devotion before he switches to his head voice for the falsetto. It is widely recognized as the song that turns any listener into a Dimash fan, and for good reason too. SOS d'un terrien en détresse. Dimash's cover of Daniel Balavoine's classic song from the rock opera Starmania on Singer is legendary. He floats through the octaves, seemingly going from a B2 to E6 with flawless vocal control. He sings the French song phonetically, while employing a range of voices. Going from chest voice to a mixed voice, and of course, his characteristic whistle register, to take away from the emotional core of the song. Even if you don't know the lyrics, what makes this performance truly stand out is how Dimash never allows the technicality. His delivery ensures the sentiment doesn't escape you. Now, that's talent. Somehow, they managed to top themselves when all three finally sing together in perfect harmony. This song will give you goosebumps. Tiamozi. This song brings together powerhouses Dimash, Lara Fabian, and Aida Garifulina. Igor Krutoy's composition is brought to life with panache by the trio, compelling us to become invested in the story unfolding through the lyrics. The singers, each boasting a unique vocal style and timbre, have impeccable chemistry with each other. So you can sit back, forget about analyzing technique, and simply indulge in the masterpiece they've created. Dimash never shies away from crediting his parents and grandparents for his success. Daybreak. Always emotionally charged. One such performance, which took place at his Bastau concert in 2017, is particularly moving. His mom and dad are deeply involved in his career, and he aspires to please them with his music. So whenever he performs Daybreak, a Chinese song Han Hong wrote about her adoptive son who lost his birth parents in an accident, it is which only intensifies as he carries the song to unimaginable heights. At one point, from the very first notes, his voice is laced with anguish, overwhelmed by emotion but never missing a note. That moment never fails to make us cry. Dimash falls to his knees while the song crescendos. Even though he's singing about loneliness and surrendering to fate, the airy quality of his vocals is simply too alluring. Opera number 2. This is the performance that makes you fall in love. Unlike the previous songs on this list, Dimash's take on opera number 2, originally sung by Vitas, oozes a kind of playful sensuality. Then of course he takes us to some stratospheric high notes, soaring far beyond a D, and perhaps even to an E. He does it all with such ease, our jaws are left hanging. He starts the song teasingly slow, and his boyish charm peeks through, making fans swoon. An ode to the beloved, Unforgettable Day is rich with delicate emotion and unrestrained passion. Unforgettable Day. This self-composed track is a testament to Dimash's storytelling prowess. The former finds expression through the soft, confessional moments at the beginning, where each word is uttered with reverence. According to experts, Dimash reached an astonishing D8 note during his performance of the song at the Sound of Gaku concert in 2017. The latter is released through powerful belting and the highest of notes, whom he interacted with throughout the song while nailing those incredible notes. Clearly, Dimash knows how to put on a show, and he hit the note with vibrato. Keep in mind, this was a live performance with thousands of fans in the crowd. As the song reaches a fever pitch, his volume grows. Sinful Passion. Dimash has covered this A studio song on multiple occasions, and he nails it every time. His initial breathiness is smoldering and sultry, almost like a lover's whisper. It makes you want to close your eyes, lean in, and lose yourself in Dimash's voice. And we get those classic high notes that are to die for. The crowning moment of the performance doesn't come until the very end, though. Without a doubt, his delivery lives up to the name of the track, especially when he performed at the opening of the New Wave singing competition in 2018. Dimash's final run is a euphoric blend of classical and contemporary pop music that sets the stage on fire. Fans who were lucky enough to witness this live, we're officially jealous. Olympico is another masterful composition by Krutoy, the lyrics to which were written in Italian by Lilia Vinogradova for Dimash. Olympico. Dimash and Igor Krutoy make for an unbeatable artistic team, and it doesn't take a classical musician to know how impressive that is. Dimash transitions from a baritone voice to a tenor, and even a countertenor here, keeping listeners on the edge of their seats. The song is under 6 minutes long, but makes full use of the singer's outstanding range. By the time the song ends on that brilliantly sustained high note, we've ascended to musical heaven. The vocal acrobatics make the performance intense and exhilarating.